Thank you to Samantha for doing this for me. Give her a round of applause because she's nice. Well, that was kind of weak.
Yeah, come on.
Oh, God.
Yeah, we're not at the arena.
My God.
The cardamom in there?
Oh.
Chef?
Pardon me?
There's a cardamom in there.
Yes, it is, sir.
Okay.
Okay, next you need to sift the milk powder from this morning. I think you should wait and sift it in with your flour. So it's just your sugar, your salt, part of it, butter. Okay, so why are we, anyone take a guess why we're adding butter plus more butter later?
Softener.
Layers. Yeah, this butter is actually going to soften your gluten strands, lubricates them, makes them more elastic-like. Okay, so we want to cream this together at the bottom. I like the smell of part of it. It smells delicious. Okay, and then you're going to add your eggs in. You're creating emulsion right now. Right now you've creamed this together. You're going to start adding a liquid to a solid, right? That's an emulsion. 2 unmixables. You guys are in culinary. What's your 2 unmixables that you do?
Water and oil.
Water and oil or vinegar and oil?
Vinegar and oil.
It's the same in baking, same in pastry. It's mixers.
Is that the one that they fixed? 1 egg at a time?
Yep, 1 at a time. You're creating an emulsion. You're creating air pockets. It's not that many eggs, trust me. I did it in the KitchenAid earlier today, but I don't think it makes it quite as well as this does. So.
Really?
Inside the bag, it has a red handle.
This one?
No.
Which one?
The red hand.
The red, oh, thank you. Scrape down the bottom, make sure you get around to the bottom. A little nibble at the bottom. Okay. I like to take my paddle attachment off for this part. Okay, next is your bread flour, right? Yep. All your bread flour. And then you have cake flour. The reason we're adding cake flour is some recipes call for an all-purpose flour. All-purpose flour is cake flour and bread flour mixed together. It's a 60-40 split. So it actually makes a little less protein content in it. We want a lot of protein content in our flour for the elasticity and for the structure. The reason why is we are taking it, rolling it out, cutting it. We're going to be touching it a lot, right? So we want the structure and the build in it. If you use all-purpose flour at home, maybe you're just using it for coffee cakes or at your work, you can use an all-purpose flour or pastry flour. You don't have to use bread. We're doing a lot of things with this next week, so we want that.
So we don't sift the bread flour?
You don't sift the bread flour, you only sift the cake flour. The reason we only sift the cake flour is because it has cornstarch in it. Cornstarch prevents the cake flour from clumping because it has such a low protein content. So you have 2 bread flours, right? You have a larger amount and a smaller amount. The smaller amount should be held off. The only one you're adding is the larger one. You also need to sift your milk powder in here as well. fresh yeast and your warm water. Can't be cold water. These are retardant right now. The cells are just kind of sitting there. They're hibernating. If you put them in warm water, it wakes them up. And then you could use a spoon if you would prefer, but it's easier if you just stick your hand in there, pump it up. You're dissolving the little cells in the water. What was that?
It looked like a flash.
You did see that, right? It wasn't
took
just
a-
me.
Someone take a
I was
flash.
like, what was that?
Looked like a flash. Someone
You
took a
did.
picture.
I thought you were taking pictures.
No, I'm making a video.
Oh, okay.
The ghost passed over the lake.
The ghost did something.
Seeing voices and hearing things.
I see
Well,
them people.
in the bathroom right next door to us, the water turns on by itself when you're in there all by yourself. All of a sudden you're going to the bathroom and it just...
Oh yeah.
It's like, it scares you because you think you're in there by yourself.
Ew.
I'm like, oh, someone has followed me in the bathroom.
Now
Do
that
you
would.
want to dissolve all the pieces in there? So you're going to have to use a larger cup if you guys put it in the small.
Don't confuse that with eggnog.
Huh?
Don't confuse that with eggnog.
Don't confuse that with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you didn't have fresh yeast, because the only place you can buy this right now is through Cisco or Cheney Brothers, will call. Not too long ago, a couple of years ago, Whole Food was selling fresh yeast, but they quit selling it. I'm not sure what the reasoning is behind it. So you can only get it through Cheney Brothers, but you can still buy dry active yeast, and it's 50%. It's half the amount. So the dry active yeast you guys used on Tuesday, you could use that. But you'd only use half the amount since this recipe calls for fresh.
Well said.
Okay. Now, we're not going to mix this very long. The reason we don't want to mix it very long is we don't want to build up gluten. We don't want all the gluten strands in there. We're going to do all the building of the gluten right here on our folds. So we're going to mix it just enough to get everything incorporated. 1 to 2 minutes, that's all we're going to do. You guys want to come and look at it so you know what it looks like?
Hope will last.
I just walk around the table, come back around, and
Yeah.
everybody can get a look.
Smooth
One
now,
way,
Vern.
one way. There we go, everybody's backing it on the spot.
You mix it
One way, just like the parking lot, right?
I have it on 2
Like
now.
you're standing there because you want to go back.
No, I was trying to get it through and I couldn't.
Okay.
Let's see here. Perfect. Thank you.
Everybody smell it?
Okay, next is your pan. Your pan needs to be covered with a lot of saran wrap. I think I have like 4 or 5 pieces on here. And it needs to be a half sheet pan. So I think I put 2 pieces this way twice and then 2 pieces this way. You need it to hang over. And you need to push it down in the corners. There's no air bubbles underneath at all. Next we have vegetable oil. A very small amount of vegetable oil. Put on your hands and you're going to rub the whole entire thing. Get down in the corners. Now it's not where you're going to have so much you can see it dripping in here, okay? Okay. Just enough to prevent it from sticking. Remember what I said? We're going to do all of this in the pan. You're going to be so surprised how fast it's going to go. We don't want the saran wrap to stick to it. Oil.
No baby oil.
And you don't want it puddling in the corners or the edges. If you don't have enough pieces of saran wrap, it'll tear and then it'll get stuck to the pan. So make sure you have quite a few. You guys see how mine is hanging over a lot? That's what you want. Okay. You're going to still need the oil, so don't put it away. Now, Another reason that hotels and businesses like to make their Danish dough or croissant dough one day and then let it sit, use it all week, the longer that they have it sitting in the refrigerator with fresh yeast in it especially, the more flavor it develops. You guys can smell the yeast in it, right? When you walk by. That's what they're looking for, is that flavor. They want that flavor to develop. Give it a couple days in the refrigerator like that or the freezer, it has better flavor. Okay, use your bowl scraper. Everyone knows how to use the bowl scraper, right? The reason this is curved and rounded like this is so it goes with the curvature of the bowl. Quite different. It's sticky, right? We talked about it being sticky compared to what it was whenever you guys did your other bread. Okay. Next, oil on your hands. Now, the secret to this is you are not going to rip and pull your dough like this. You need to press down and work it out like you're giving an old fat man a massage. Okay? I've seen that on TV. That's what made me think. So press down and push. It's going to push on its own. You're not pulling the dough. You don't want to tear any of the gluten. This is the beginning stage of all of your layers, right? You don't want to ruin that.
Those of you in the culinary program, it's like making a focaccia bread.
Did you guys make focaccia?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Make it at work, right?
Okay, so no puddling. Now you have to press it all the way to all the edges. You want square edges, and you want it to be even. Same height all the way around. So if it's fatter in one area or thicker, go ahead and press it over all the way to get to the corners. Now notice there's no puddling of oil. You don't want any puddles of oil. If you see puddles, either pour it out or get paper towels and soak it up, okay? It's just enough to keep it from sticking. That's all. That's all you want. I think it's vegetable oil or canola oil that's over there.
Cross contamination.
If you didn't have that kind of oil, you could use spray. But I want you guys to use the oil. Okay? Notice how gentle I'm being with it? This is your baby. Treat it like a baby. Okay, this is your first layer right here. Now, what you're going to do is go ahead and wrap it up and stick it in the refrigerator for just a couple of minutes to let the gluten relax a little bit before we add in our lock-in. Lock-in is our first fold, right? So get to this stage, we'll come back and we'll do the lock-in together.